Okay, I got to see something really cool. I got
It's a
to
cool
visit
ass
some of the
pass.
secret labs inside of the Walt
That
Disney
pass is
Company.
so cool.
Really,
This will be hard if you had one of these, bro. I'd frame this bitch, no cap.
really cool. I got to visit some of the
Can you just go there and just say you're a guest? What's up with that?
secret labs inside of the Walt Disney Company called the Disney Imagineering Labs. So, I've seen some people talk about them a little bit before, but obviously Disney has all these attractions and theme parks and rides.
Right.
And somebody has to design and engineer all that stuff. And there's a surprising amount of
Does Disney have some type of crazy engineered ride though? I never been to Disney World, but I've been to Disneyland quite a few times. The Buzz Lightyear that talks is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. But that's about it. All the other rides are just pretty much regular rides. They're just kind of a little bit nicer and it's bigger.
tech that goes into it. And some of it is still experimental and unreleased.
I guess
where
let's
no one
see.
outside of Disney, well, except for me now, has gotten to use them. This thing is so cool. So Disney Imagineering has a bunch of these buildings scattered around this California neighborhood that I got to visit, where they make realistic animatronic robots as part of their attractions. They literally greeted me at the door with these little droids,
What
the
the
same
fuck
ones
is
that are
this?
roaming around the theme parks. And these things have a
They're
striking
roaming
amount
around
of
the theme parks?
similarities
I
to
guess
the
I haven't been to
Boston
Disneyland in a
Dynamics
while.
Spot robot that I got to play with a few years ago. That Spot robot was able to navigate any terrain with an adaptive gait, and it followed instructions from a custom but
Why don't they get,
surprisingly
like,
easy to
Peacocks
learn
or something?
controller.
I feel like
so
that'd
that
be-
it could
that'd be,
navigate
like, the
around
same
and do
difference.
jobs that humans won't. And it's
Peacocks
also
will be
super
fire.
fun to play with. These little droids for the theme parks are a lot of the same stuff. They are able to adapt to any terrain. They walk around, they follow instructions from a customized Steam Deck as the controller.
A
which
Steam
took me
Deck?
like 60 seconds to learn. And they can navigate around relentlessly
That bitch
all
is an
day,
app?
interacting with guests at a theme park and being fun to play with. It was super fun. And it's also seriously crazy how much tech is even inside one of these things. It's blending all these animations together, from the walking to
The
the
Steam Deck is
standing
crazy. That's what
and
I'm saying.
looking
What the
around.
fuck? How did they?
Pretty
How
cool,
did
but that's
Disney
not even
clear
what I was there
that?
to
How many
try.
did they
I
buy?
was
What
there
the fuck?
specifically to be the first person outside of Disney to walk on the Holotile. So, you might have seen some videos about this.
Break it down for us.
Holotile. It's this insane one-of-one 360-degree treadmill, like a
This that Ready Player One shit.
moving floor, basically. It's still in an experimental phase, and this is the only one that exists, but
If you fall on this, can you get up? What's up with that? Like, would you just? I'm afraid. Like, if you had like a whole floor of this bitch, is that it? Are you cooked?
it's already got these gears turning in my head about future potential applications, particularly in VR, and actually one specific thing that I have reservations about. But I'll get to that in a minute. Now, I don't know
It seems like it's hard for them to even stand straight on this bitch.
that anyone's actually fully explained exactly how this thing works yet, but you can see that they're
Ready Player
basically
One. I'm on
walking
God.
across a huge number of these tiny 1-inch discs that are spinning
What
on
the
top of their
fuck?
bases like a bunch of
Ew,
tiny
I don't like
treadmills,
this.
and then turning to match the
Brother,
direction
ew,
that
brother.
they're walking.
Brother,
so obviously a
ew.
normal treadmill is one direction, right? Just one flat plane
Right.
moving forward and spinning around, so you always know exactly where you're going. But let's say you want to build a treadmill that's responsive and can go in any direction.
How is
Well,
this
a
possible?
flat treadmill, it would be really hard, right? It would have to spin around quickly to match.
Looks like some
whatever
adults.
direction
That's
you're
what I'm saying.
walking,
This shit look
which is kind of
nasty.
insane. So instead, built into the floor is a bunch of articulating cones with discs on top of them, with motors inside to spin those discs.
What the fuck?
And
They're
then
so
the
they
key here
spin?
is the discs are tilted, so only the edge of the disc in the air is the part that's actually touching what's on the floor. So it's less of a flat treadmill and more of a bunch of small blades.
This
that are
is crazy.
rotating under your feet. So when you walk forward, they spin clockwise to move
That's
your
so
foot
freaky.
back to the middle once it's landed. And actually, when you walk backwards, they spin counterclockwise to move your foot back to the middle. So no matter where you go, whatever direction you walk, no matter how long or how fast your stride is, it'll always pull you right back.
So it's always
to
just
the middle.
no matter.
So I've seen
Okay,
these videos that Disney's put out of this guy.
but how does it
on
know?
it.
You know.
But we got to work our way up to that. I've never walked on it before, and it's capable of some other things. So let's.
So I'm guessing it's pressure sensitive, and it's like saying if you step too far on the outside, it's just gonna push you back towards the middle. But I guess it must be after some sort of pressure. They might have to weigh you, right? Because it might be, because like someone who weighs like 300 pounds, their pressure is going to be way less than someone who weighs like 100 pounds, right? How'd it feel on your bare feet though? It probably feel like you're being violated on your bare feet. I'm not gonna lie. You probably can't do that. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm one of them ticklish feet type of niggas, bro. I'm gonna be cooked on one of those with some bare feet. I mean, I would sound like a dolphin on there.
Let's graduate. Let's get there. So there are 3 ways to control this thing. There's walking on it, obviously, but there's
Right.
also using a controller, like a PlayStation 5 controller. And there's also just straight up using the force and just pointing at it with your hands.
I bit my tongue. Fuck.
Let's start
Fuck.
there. So first we put this Apple box on the hollow.
Ah!
And there's a screen up here that shows in real time all of the inputs and what the sensors are seeing both on the floor
This
and
is
around
freaky.
the floor. And they've actually mapped anything that crosses a certain line in front of me to move.
What the fuck?
Move my hand in front of that line.
What? No way. What the fuck? Bro, what if you were standing on that?
The program moves the floor around to match
What?
movement of the object with the movement of my hand.
That I don't like
And
this. I do
is
not like the
pretty sick.
future.
I assume everyone watching this has seen Star Wars and realizes how dope it would be to have something like this in some sort of Star Wars experience.
Oh
in the
my
theme park.
god.
So this is already super.
Bro, I don't understand. We have CGI. That's some horror type shit. Bro, if you have this in your house, bro, and like your couch just start moving, like, bro, this is like so not cool. You try to leave and you can't leave. You said no, it's getting to the door. I don't like this anymore. Oh my god, this is so. And look at this fucking still shot of him with this fucking lightsaber doing the force. Oh my god, it's some Sith Lord type shit on dark ass. Oh my
But then
god,
the first time
stop
I
doing
actually
it.
to get on the hollow tile myself.
Oh my god.
Is in a chair and with a PlayStation controller. So I am going to be in a chair where the chair is on a piece of wood, so it's just flat bottom. And
That would
I'm
be
just
crazy
using the
for a
PlayStation
haunted house.
controller.
Oh my
And,
god, you'd
well,
be so
see
cooked.
for yourself.
A PlayStation controller? So they had a Steam Deck for the robots, and they had a PlayStation controller for the floor? Bro, who's working at Disney, bro? I thought Disney was way more professional. Nigga, this is a PS4 controller. That's not even a PS5 controller. That's a PlayStation 4 controller. What they got going on here? Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it already. My boy out here, Professor Xavier. This is some crazy shit. Disney is on something for real. On God. Bro, this nigga's like Professor Xavier in the X-Men. Bro, what if they gave this shit to Stephen Hawking back in the day? Oh my God. I don't like this. This is
So
too
the left
futuristic for
joystick
me.
is mapped to control
That
position,
shit is
and the
moving,
right
bro.
joystick-
Bro, if that floor was like an entire floor, it looks like that shit could go pretty fast. Can we watch this back? Look at how fast he's moving in this little square. Like he's not building up. Look at how.
So the left joystick.
I don't
is
know.
mapped
It
to
looks
control
slippery. It
position,
look
and the
cr-
right
that's what I'm
joystick
saying.
controls rotation. So you can spin around and move around freely and
That's
actually get
so
pretty quickly
insane.
used to this thing.
You press
And if you're
R2,
wondering,
I bet you
yes,
that's
I
the
can
turbo.
steer
It's like
myself
Need for
completely
Speed.
Off of the floor. It would let me. I was just kind of trying to be careful to not fling myself off the edge.
That's what
But
I'm
it moves
saying.
So
Look, he's
fast.
barely touching it. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
So now after
That's
all of that,
fast.
now that I've experienced how it moves, now they're gonna let me walk on the hollow tile. All right, so I'm gonna start
Try and stand
with
up.
the training mode, which
That's
is
what we
a
wanna see.
fraction of the normal speed, but we'll.
But on the PS4 controller, though, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm ready.
Bro, what the fuck? This is the same controller I used to play Spider-Man on. How am I gonna use that to fucking... This is like a life or death. I guess it's not life or death, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this
Kinda
is
wiggling a little
feels
bit.
more serious than a PS4 controller.
Not really moving too quickly yet, so this is normal. Oh, okay, now they're starting to move, and my feet are starting to move with the tiles. There we go. So as I slowly walk a little bit faster, a little bit more quickly, a little longer strides,
You can see it spinning. You can see them spinning.
I'm getting more used to the feeling of the tiles. So they designed this to be about a 2-minute process as these tiny tiles slowly speed up their responsiveness to my movements. And it was slowly turned up more and more, basically until it was at 100%. real time.
That's
It's
crazy.
moving
That's
close
actually
to
pretty
full
cool.
speed now,
That's pretty cool.
Feels like. And there's obviously a learning curve.
It's
but
loud.
I feel like I'm good enough at it that I can kind of walk around. And
This is some fucking
think
symbiote type shit.
it's good
This is the type of shit.
there's
This
all
is
the
like
data behind
Monster
you.
House type shit, bro.
in real time.
Fucking make a Disney controller or something, bro. Yeah, they got
Showing my
it. Because
feet.
look at this high tech ass screen back here. You know, like this is not no PS4 layout. They had to make whatever the fuck this is, bro. How are they gonna trust all of this crazy shit on a PlayStation controller? This shit look like it's straight out the Pentagon. What do they got going on? That's how the fucking that submarine went down because they try to trust an Xbox 360 controller, right?
My legs.
They for real have the money to do so. Obviously, look at this shit, bro.
So walking on this, I noticed a couple things.
It was
First of all,
somebody's
as you
idea to
go
put
through
it
this
on a
video,
PS4 controller
it's
too.
pretty
That's the
loud.
worst part.
Like, this is gonna be something they definitely are gonna want to work on, especially.
They had a nigga whose job it was, and it was like, you know, you got to figure out what we can put this on. And this nigga said PS4 controller. Looked him dead in the face. They for real have money though. Yeah. Yet they use the Steam Decks and PS. That's what I'm. Steam
if it's
Decks
something that'll be
too.
a part of a theme park someday, or maybe even in some.
When I saw the Steam Deck, I was like, oh,
also,
okay,
I
maybe.
find it fascinating.
It's
You're
kind of
never
like a little
actually
computer.
quite
But then the
walking
PS4
in a
controller, I was like, oh
perfectly
no,
straight line.
they're just fucking
Like,
up.
you
They're
can
just
feel
playing
pretty
games now.
close if your foot happens to line up along a row of discs that are all aligned
Ew.
away from the center. But other times you're just kind of gliding over the top of a bunch of these.
He is
ridges, and you're
moving
not
low-key.
Moving in a perfect
Run.
straight
I want
line.
to see him run
I
like
imagine
full
a
speed.
future version of this looks like a whole bunch of much smaller and more numerous discs that are just as powerful as they are.
This would be a
which is
crazy
clearly
treadmill.
An engineering challenge. Or an
Ew, this
imagineering
is gross
challenge.
looking.
So yeah, this takes.
What the fuck? So they are gonna use it. Look, this is a little Star Wars man. So I think they are gonna use this for Star Wars. How are they gonna use this shit though?
Takes some getting used to. I know that because I got to hang
How
out
the
with
fuck?
the inventor of the Holo Tile, Lanny Smoot. He's been at Disney
Lanny.
for more than 20 years. He's got more than 70 patents, including
Damn.
the way the BB-8 rolls around the park.
This nigga made the BB-8. And only Star Wars? Yeah, if you think they should put it into something else. I can see like Doctor Strange using this. I can see a bunch of people using it. But this nigga made BB-8?
70.
Shout out to our dog, man. What's his nigga name? Hold on.
This takes some getting used to. I know that because I got to hang out
Danny?
with the inventor
Haney?
of the Holo Tile, Lanny Smoot. He's
Lanny.
been at Disney
Lanny
for More
Smoot.
than 20 years.
He got
He's
makeup
more
on?
than
What's going on with his
70
eyes?
Patents, including the way the BB-8 rolls around the park, the real-life lightsabers, just to name a few. It's kind of a legend.
What?
And yeah, this guy's incredible on it. He
Oh,
was
so this
showing me
is
you
Star
can have
Wars.
two
He's straight
people
Star
on it
Wars.
at
He's smooth
once.
with it.
They were playing a multiplayer.
He made the
racing
BB-8
game,
and
like
a
controlling
lightsaber.
BB-8
This nigga made a
around the
light.
course
This nigga
by
made the
jogging around,
lightsaber.
and it seemed to work pretty well.
That's a
Even though
pretty
it's
cool
small,
achievement.
obviously
I'm
this
not
would
gonna
be better if
cap.
They had more of these floor tiles. But then what I found the most crazy is using this floor with a VR headset on. So
That's
this is
what I'm
you
saying.
expect
Here we
to
go.
do
Ready
for
Player One.
VR, right? And there's been some other 360
Here we go.
treadmill type of videos I've seen, other types of inventions used for VR, and they work. But the one thing that's hard about these, and it's hard to explain through video, but the difference between what your eyes see and what your body and brain feel, that disagreement. So meaning,
I got a
this has always been
VR,
true.
so I
If you
understand.
look down at your phone a lot in a moving car, right? Your eyes are seeing something still. They see your body sitting still, but then your brain and your inner ear feels you moving around, moving forward.
Right.
And so the disagreement between what your eyes see and what your brain
It's like car
feel,
sickness.
That's what can give you motion sickness.
That's what he's talking
feels
about. Yeah, I
bad.
understand.
And so if you think about it, it's the same
I'm with you.
thing
I'm with you.
with this moving treadmill in VR. You put the headset on and you start walking, and your eyes see that you are walking down a moving hallway. You're moving forward, but your brain, because you're walking in place, doesn't feel
Yes.
that it's supposed to be moving forward.
Yeah.
So again, there's a disagreement there. So with the
Wow, I never thought about that. You know, I got a VR headset, chat, and I mean, I play VR for like for a couple years now, so I don't really get the pain anymore. But I know a lot of people when they first put it on, they like, you know, they have to take it off or they get like a sickness. But I didn't understand. It's like the opposite of like, it's motion sickness, but it's the opposite of the car. because our brains are just so easily tricked. This is why people can like pickpocket people and stuff like that, you know? Because all you have to know is just about the human brain. The human brain is so simple, you know? It's so complicated, but yet it's so simple. It's crazy.
Holotile, I got to try putting on an Apple Vision Pro and actually walking around a 3D
So this is it.
environment. You can't see it.
Nigga, how much money is this? My boy got the Ready Player One Disney mat with the Apple Vision Pro, and he got the Jordans on. Bro, this is a crazy screenshot right here. Where are we ever gonna see a fucking fly? Bro, this could be, nigga, this would be my fucking avatar on Instagram, bro. I'm posting this bitch on Instagram, this photo right here, bro. This is a fit, cuz.
But I'm in like a holodeck in Star Trek or something.
Bro, it's rich.
And
What the
I've got a
fuck? That's what I'm
harness on
talking
because it
about.
turns
This
out
is some rich
this is
nigga
a
shit. This is
holodeck.
like, bro, this is some baller ass shit, bro.
Walking around a 3D constructed environment. You can't see it, but I'm in like a holodeck in Star Trek or something.
That's what I'm saying.
And I've got a harness on because it turns out this is really hard. My eyes see
Whoa,
the movement and
look
my
at
legs
him.
are trying to walk forward.
Look at him.
And my feet are sliding around, but my brain thinks I'm not supposed to be moving forward. So it's confusing. It's hard to just trust it and walk. Plus there's the extra layer of sometimes it moves you backwards a little bit to the center. So I was taking all these baby steps.
So it's
Meanwhile,
not perfect.
watch Lanny do it.
Whoa!
Incredible.
This nigga's locked in, bro.
walking
This
around.
nigga is locked in.
He's just-
This is what we.
Baby
This is what we think it's supposed to.
Meanwhile,
Bro, this shit
Lanny
is
did it.
crazy.
And he's just incredible at it. Like, he had the headset on. He was walking around confidently through space, exploring a virtual world. Pretty sure it's like a virtual Disney theme park type of thing.
This is
But
pretty cool.
That's the type of thing that feels the most like the future. Just free form, exploring some huge space, walking around in the comfort of your own home, maybe. And that would be amazing. And if this thing can continue to be developed, maybe, just maybe, it can get us closer to that reality
So
someday.
let's
Either way,
finish this. Let's finish.
that
this.
is definitely dope
Let's see what
tech.
he
I'm
says.
glad I got to see the first version of this, and I'm very curious and excited to see future versions. Disney, please invite me back. I want to see what the future of this actually looks like.
I think the problem is what he's saying is when you really get to moving in this bitch, you know, we're faster than the technology. I think that shit that the mat has to move faster, because pretty much when he wants to stand still, because after you get to moving, you're kind of at the edge of the mat. And when you want to stand still, it spins you towards the center of the mat. And it kind of fucks with your equilibrium because you can't see where you're going. You can't, you know, you can't see what's going on, but you can feel what's going on. And I think it goes back to like, you know, the tricking the brain type thing, you know? It's just so crazy, bro. It's so crazy, you know? It's like one step closer to living in like a false reality, bro. And what will we even know like what's real or what's fake anymore? As long as we can have like feelings and stuff like that, like, you know, as long as you can like feel it, like once they figure this out where they can like run and shit like that, once you can like feel what's going on, like you can make like a suit that you can like feel the shit or whatever, like it's over. Society is over. Niggas are not coming outside. That is insane. We got this rude walkie-talkie prank. That was good. We got there's some good stuff here. All right, we can watch the walkie-talkie. What else we got here? Got all this Mario Kart shit popping up now. We watched that one no jumper video, so I got all this shit popping up now. Who is the sociopath? Who is the crazy nigga? I'm down. I'm down.